Happy Thursday, folks. We are back.
We're back. It's showtime.
And tonight we're saying the name 3 times and stepping into the spooky, whimsical world of Beetlejuice. So get ready as we celebrate Tim Burton's 1988 classic and dive into the latest updates of Beetlejuice 2. This double feature will take you through the unforgettable antics of everyone's favorite bio-exorcist and explore the sequel that can we'll explore this to see if this sequel can recapture the magic of its brilliantly bizarre predecessor. So grab your popcorn and join us. We are going live right now. Heading over to Alan. What's going on, Alan?
Hey, Beetlejuice. When you watch these movies, you just want to say that 3 times. You always want to say it, or when the characters are starting to say it. Oh, I love the first Beetlejuice movie. I'm not the one doing the review tonight. Scott's going to do the review on this one. This is such a classic. Michael Keaton at the top of his game at that time. You know, Night Shift, Beetlejuice. I mean, that's the best. Batman. That's the best you're going to see. Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice.
Well, before we get started, let me say we need to start planning out our upcoming January through October show.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind watching Night Shift.
Yes.
I don't know. We watched it the other day, and it's funny. Keaton's funny. Winkler's funny. The business is kind of cringy nowadays. Watching him deal with the I guess, can we say prostitutes on?
Yes, we can.
Okay, with that bit, it's cringy. It's still
women of the night.
Huh? Ladies of the night.
Women of the night.
Yeah, it would be fun. It'd be fun to revisit it. It's just a little cringy once you start watching it, and it's like, oh, okay, I remember because I saw that at the movies when I was, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, Streetwalkers. It's not like it's. It's not like they're glorifying serial killers.
No, it's not. It's not the glorify. It's just the whole human trafficking aspect nowadays. As opposed to back then.
But if you look at what that movie does, they are actually on board to help the prostitutes.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're doing good things, not human trafficking, trying to help them. Pay them well, get them to go to school, get them off drugs, and that type of thing.
Yeah, that's true. They get a health plan and everything. Yeah. I'm willing to revisit that one. I like that.
Well, maybe we should do a night of shows that couldn't be made now.
Yeah.
Just can't talk about them. You do the shows, can't say anything.
There we go.
If we're gonna do Night Shift, let's do Used Cars.
All right.
That was the first movie I saw Kurt Russell in.
That's a great flick.
I loved his campaign slogan. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about some suggestions, in the comments from everybody out there?
Everybody? Hey, Craig, you're everybody. What movie do you want to see us do? Oh, Landa's here.
Hey, Amanda. Yeah, so let's get some feedback from the audience as to what shows they'd like to see us review this year.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. That would be good.
Anything? Anyone? Landa, what movies do you want to see us do? Craig, you too.
Well, y'all have to hold on. Landa gets to pick what y'all review when she's a guest. Isn't that how that's going to work?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Landa. You decide what you want to review here.
Craig just came up with the absolute ultimate winner. There's no way Blazing Saddles could ever be redone.
Oh,
so I would be down for doing that because that is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yes. That would be great.
Craig, you nailed that one, buddy.
But y'all be thinking about some things like movies or themes that you think we should do. I'd love to see what y'all come up with. We need some fresh ideas.
Definitely. definitely.
Well, I am very proud that my turkey of the year is going to regain my status as the worst.
I don't know. Have you seen mine?
Which one was yours?
What was it, Rich?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think it was like Sasquatch Summer or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sasquatch Sunset. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. This one makes Raccoon look like an Academy Award winner.
Hey, I picked that new movie out, Bad Fish.
Oh.
That looks pretty bad.
Do you know what's coming out this month that I actually am going to go to the movie to see? It's going to be so bad. Catnado.
Anything with a NATO in it is Scott's favorite. Zombie NATO.
Fred,
Excuse
go
me.
lay down.
Well,
See, Fred doesn't even like the movie.
Well, let's get started. So Beetlejuice. Who's going to do Beetlejuice?
Scott.
Yes. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. He's barking at the cat because the cat won't play with him. Beetlejuice, 1988 movie. I don't have to go a lot into this. Fred, it's a classic movie. Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin buy this old creature. Fred. Oh. He didn't like the movie. Fred, go lay down. They buy this. Go lay down. They buy this old house that they're going to fix up, and there's an accident. They die, and they're stuck to the house. And this new Fred, be good. I'm so sorry, folks. So the new family. Hang on a minute. All right, Fred.
Oh, hey, I brought some light reading for everybody.
Where'd you pick that up?
It's Whitney's. She got it at Spirit.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Is it an actual book? Yeah.
What is it? So you're deceased. Have you seen Beetlejuice yet?
Don't say his name.
So anyways, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin are in the house. The new family shows up. It's Jeffrey Jones. I can't think of the mother's name offhand.
Catherine
I did
O'Hara.
a bunch of times. We'll watch
Catherine
it.
O'Hara and
Yeah.
their daughter, Winona Ryder. And some of this, I haven't seen this movie in about 2 months, so I forget a little bit about it. But, isn't there another demon in the house, and that's why they call Beetlejuice?
No, they call Beetlejuice to get rid of the humans.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So they want to get rid of the humans. They don't like them. Winona Ryder is the only one that really sees them. They bring in that paranormal psychic.
Hey, Doc.
The guy is a character actor, and he's Glenn Otho, played by Glenn Shadix, who is an absolute riot in everything he does. And to try to get rid of him, they call Beetlejuice 3 times. Well, he's there, and as part of the deal, he wants to marry Winona Ryder. So Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis have to try to interfere. It's a funny movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I don't want to go through the whole thing because I think most of us have already seen it. It was a great plot, some great scenes. There's a lot of stuff from the first. Watch the first movie before you watch the second, because I did, and a lot of the stuff from the first movie makes little cameos and Easter eggs in the second one. But it is one of, I think it's one of Michael Keaton's best movies.
I agree.
So what do you guys all think?
It's definitely one of his his most famous film. There's a lot going on in this movie. I mean, it's somewhat dated, but it holds up. And there's some great character actors in this.
Yes.
With Michael Keaton and the way he acts in this. And Winona Ryder's pretty good as the angsty goth teen.
Yeah.
And the parents are just morons. I love both of them. Jeffrey Jones was just such a bad guy in the 80s. He was fantastic. And the way this excuse me, the way the film plays out is, I mean, they really make fun of death. And they do it in a kind of cool, classy way where it's really funny. I mean, when Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis go into, I guess heaven, the underworld, hell, whatever it is, it's funny. And the way people die, they stay that way. Like, there's one guy that gets eaten by a shark. There's one guy that gets his head shrunk. Another girl, sliced her wrists. And you see all that stuff. And one of the funniest ones is the guy that got run over by a taxi cab, and he's flat, and he's one of the paperwork people. Yeah. And in the afterlife, it's not run very well. So there's tons and mountains of paperwork, and it's just the way that the cinematography in there was just incredibly well done. I watched it the other day. I didn't like it as much as I liked it when I saw it, the other 100 times that I've seen this movie. And I think that was part of the problem. I've just seen it too many times. That said, it was everything I expected it to be when I watched it again. It was just, it's a little bit dated, but it was great. It was fantastic. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about it, but again, the good things would be the cinematography in the afterlife is phenomenal. I know I already said that, but it bears repeating. And the acting was fantastic. That's what I get. Big Mike, what about you?
Me or
Alan?
This movie's eye candy. Back then, it was eye candy. Just the special effects are practical and just cartoony. And I think this is the first Tim Burton movie I'd ever seen. And so it was just crazy. I liked it. Michael Keaton was, doing his zany character, it's showtime, and love that, and the character wasn't a good guy. He really wasn't. He was a bad guy, and but you liked that character. Winona Ryder, she was big at that time and playing these angsty characters, like you said. Jeffrey Jones, he was the quintessential bad guy. Bad principal, bad neighbor, bad. Too bad he's a bad guy in real life. But and then what's her name? The mom. I swear she doesn't age. Excuse me, Macaulay Culkin's mom, right? Yeah. So I mean, she's always funny. She's always great. This was just a lot of fun. But like you said, when I watched it a while back, it wasn't as fun as when I first saw it. It was good. It was a good movie. It just, the magic wasn't like it was when you watched it the first time. You're just like, what the hell? Where are they going with this movie? What the hell? So I love this movie. And if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure there's no one here that has not seen, go and see it. I recommend it. Hadley?
Well, I'm going to say this is a cult classic. Iconic. This movie came out in 1988. It was the summer of my sophomore year. I remember going to see it at the theater. It was so much fun. Alan, did you just really put a spit take?
Yeah, I was in high school for 7 years. In 88.
Well, anyway. So, yeah, I love this movie. And I'm going to say this because I don't know if y'all are a Schitt's Creek fan, but Catherine O'Hara is in it too. And the style of her character is very reminiscent of her character in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that movie?
Which one?
It's a TV series that's hilarious. It stars Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy.
Oh,
Episodes.
absolutely fantastic.
It's really funny.
What's the name of it?
Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
Shit.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
have not seen that.
I
You can put that on your watch list.
have a sense of humor to watch it. It's fun. But
Yeah.
she plays a character that's very reminiscent of her character in Beetlejuice to me. And the style of the black and white and the severe goth, it's just very great. And again, I just loved it. I think that if you haven't seen it, I want to introduce you to it. And I'm saying this about Beetlejuice and anything with her in it, but this movie really kind of balances the eerie and the absurd. I think at the time I was disappointed it wasn't more eerie, but it was more absurd. But it's just a classic. And talk about Winona Ryder. I mean, what was she, like 13 in this movie? Very, very young. And it was kind of like an introduction into Tim Burton's world.
Yeah.
I mean, was it his first, or was Edward Scissorhands before this?
All right, let me look it up.
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, so Tim Burton, it really introduced his stylized world to the masses.
Hang on a second. I'm looking.
Beetlejuice was first. Beetlejuice was 88, and Edward Scissorhands was 19.
Wait a minute, though. That says Beetlejuice, the TV series.
Okay, hold on.
Well, yeah, no, Beetlejuice was 88, so it has to be before, because Edward
It is,
Scissorhands.
that's what I said. Beetlejuice came out before Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice was 88, Edward Scissorhands was 1990.
Okay, this is weird because I'm looking at IMDb and they do not have it. They do not have Beetlejuice, the movie, listed.
Huh, that's weird.
They've got the TV show from 89 to 91, but
That was a cartoon, right?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Tim Burton did Ed Wood. I'm sorry. I'm digressing.
Well, this was really his first movie. I mean, I'm looking at his IMDb page. He did Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Fairy Tale Theater, and Beetlejuice. Then he did Batman and Edward Scissorhands and Batman Returns. I mean, so this really was the first of his movies that introduced us to his world. So that's really cool. I'm glad I thought of that. Kind of cool. But yeah, so iconic movie. Everybody needs to see it, especially if you're a Tim Burton fan.
Isn't everybody a Tim Burton fan, though? Are there people that aren't Tim Burton fans? Everything he does is great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ed
Burton,
Wood,
he also did the one, the Jack the Ripper one. I can't think of it. From Hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he do From Hell?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
I knew he did
with
the
Johnny Depp as well.
Barber of whatever street.
Well, he did the Jack Skellington, that one, right? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Mars Attacks.
Yeah, Mars Attacks. Who
Yeah.
did Clue?
Frankenweenie.
Who did the movie Clue?
I don't know.
Oh, who did Clue? Oh,
Was that Tim Burton?
no.
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 Hang on.
He did Ed Wood. He did Sleepy Hollow. He did
Sleepy
a
Hollow is a great flick.
big.
I watched Sleepy Hollow on Halloween night.
Jonathan Lynn directed it, and it was written by Landis, Jonathan Lynn, and Anthony Pratt.
Sweeney Todd. That's what I was thinking of. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was okay. I didn't love that as much as everyone else did. Everybody thought it was great. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, but you know the main reason I liked it? Alan Rickman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Another actor that's great in everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So, I guess you want to move on to the new one then?
Well, should we rate this?
Let's rate it.
Okay, I thought we could rate them both at the same time.
We could do that too.
Let's do so. Rich, do you want to do this one?
Sure. I'm somewhat unprepared for this. I got home from work just before this started, but I watched this about 2 weeks ago. Beetlejuice, and basically this is the same movie. It's got different stuff going on. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it's still okay. It's excuse me. I think it's a little bit more than meh. It's decent. It's definitely worth a watch. And basically, what happens is Winona Ryder's father passes away, and she goes back to the house, the spooky house, with her sort of angsty again daughter. Basically, her daughter was her from before, but now Winona Ryder is this famous medium that she does TV stuff. So her daughter hates the fact that she's this person, and she thinks it's fake too. They go back there. It's right around Halloween. There's a funeral, and this jackass producer proposes to Winona Ryder, and everybody's like, "Oh, let's get married." Blah blah. She doesn't really want to marry him. She doesn't dislike him, but she doesn't love him either.
Yeah.
And Jenna Ortega is like, "This is ridiculous. You're both stupid." Blah blah. So she goes on a bike ride, and she meets this kid, and the kid's like, "Hey, you can come over here on Halloween night." Well, turns out, how far into this should we go? Do we want to wreck this for people?
I wasn't going to give away anything.
Do we want to give spoilers? Okay. So let's just say it's the same movie then. There's Beetlejuice wants to get married, and if he gets married, he can help out the family this time. And I don't know what I want to say without wrecking it for everybody. I mean, it's a very new movie. It's only been out a couple of weeks.
I think you could talk about Monica Bellucci, her character. I mean, that's not really.
Monica Bellucci's in it. She's the bad guy. She's sort of this. You see a little montage in the underworld or the afterlife or whatever you want to call it. And Danny DeVito is this little janitor guy, and he knocks over this thing, and it's a bunch of things, and they all sort of come back together, and it's Monica Bellucci, who was a witch back in whenever she was, and she was her last victim was Beetlejuice, was the man who the man Beetlejuice was before he was Beetlejuice. And so she goes around and she's a ghost killer, and she starts killing ghosts. And then she's after Beetlejuice. And Willem Dafoe is in this movie as he's an afterlife detective, and he does all right. It's about how the big bad in this one is Monica Bellucci, and it's about how they defeat her. I don't know how to go into this without wrecking stuff, and I really don't want to wreck it for anybody that hasn't seen it. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it's worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing. So I guess Jenna Ortega does a great job. Winona Ryder does a great job. The guy that plays, I don't know who it was, but he plays Winona Ryder's like pseudo love interest. Fantastically done. He's a bit of an asshole, and he plays it great. And the kid that's sort of Jenna Ortega's love interest is also very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's done pretty well. I guess I'll leave it there. I don't want to wreck the plot for anybody.
No.
I think I gave enough away right there. I almost spilled like a big pot of beans there, but I'll leave that go. What did you guys think?
Hadley, what'd you think? Hadley,
you there?
How about
you muted?
What about you?
Muted?
We put it
You had to pee. Scott, what did you think?
I like this movie a little better than the original. This movie is great. Michael Keaton, it's almost as if there was not a 40-year difference. He picks up the role exactly where he left off. True. Except now he's a respectable businessman in the underworld. I love the way they wrote out certain characters like Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. There's a reason why their spirits aren't in this one. I'm not giving anything away. The best one is Jeffrey Jones. They wanted to bring him back, but they couldn't bring back Jeffrey Jones because he's a creep. Yep. So they make up a story. Jeffrey Jones was fishing in the Pacific and was half eaten by a shark. So the Jeffrey Jones character is this body, these pair of legs walking around with half the torso eaten by a shark. It's brilliant. Monica Bellucci is great in this one. The scene when she like finally comes together and wants to go back to her first love was great. And I loved William Dafoe with this. I mean, he's a straight actor, and he plays in this a former narcissistic Hollywood star who played a big-time 80s style cop who's now the sheriff of hell. And he plays it like a narcissistic actor playing an 80s styles cop. Special effects were good. There's some really interesting, I don't want to say twists, but there's like the plot. There's like 2 or 3 plot lines that work really well together. A lot of Easter eggs. And it really is a fun movie. You know, I would seriously rewatch Beetlejuice before you go to see Beetlejuice, because you'll pick up on so many things. There were some cameos. Danny DeVito's got a small role in it. Trying to think, there was something else about the movie I wanted to say, but I can't think of it. It is extremely well done. It's one of the very few sequels I've seen that I liked as much, if not more, than the original movie.
Now,
Sorry about walking out, guys.
Was it a Bo issue?
My dog Winter is probably. I'm probably gonna have her put down. She's
Oh, no.
having a lot of issues.
I'm sorry.
But Beetlejuice. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was good to see the roles. I didn't really like that they made the Lydia character so morose as an adult. It almost seemed like a caricature. So, but other than that, I really liked it.
But wasn't her character in this one more like Catherine O'Hara's character in the first one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, see, I got a kick out of that. And then Jenny Ortega was exactly like Winona Ryder was.
Yeah.
yeah, this one had a lot going for it. I mean, they used the same kind of special effect that they in the first one. You know, they didn't bother to change that, which is fun. You know, that was a lot of fun. The reason they didn't have Baldwin and Gina Davis in there is because they wanted to, and they tried the de-aging effect and everything on them, and it just never looked right. So they decided just to have them in a little cameo in the, when it shows them going over the town, in the lake by the bridge or the river by the bridge. They just couldn't get it to look right, so they just cut the characters out. And with Jeff Jones, he's a creep. They couldn't have, but I like the little animation sequence of how he ends up where he ends up. Pretty good. And the part where they have the Banana Boat song, appears in that, and that's great. And the MacArthur Park sung by Richard Harris, that was so bizarre in the wedding scene. Just so, why that song? That was so weird, but it worked. It worked. It's really weird. Justin Theroux did a good job as being the douchey fiance guy, and
Justin Theroux.
yeah, and that dude, he plays the bad guy a lot. Vern Gorman played the priest.
Yes.
He was on that Doctor Who spin-off series, Captain Jack. Oh, can't even think of it.
He was.
Yeah.
Jack's not Sparrow. I know who you mean. Oh, was it it was the name of the organization, but I can't think of it. Watchtower or something like that.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it when I really did. I didn't think I would, but I used to be a big Michael Keaton fan. So I thought, okay, this will be good, good enough with Michael Keaton in it. And it was good. It was, Jenna Ortega took over for the Winona Ryder part. Winona, Ryder was great. Catherine O'Hara's always good.
Yeah.
I swear, like I said before, she doesn't age, or she ages very slowly, you know, and she's outliving everybody on, Second City TV, where she came from. She's outliving everybody off that right now.
Honestly, I forgot that. I forgot she was. You're absolutely right. That's where she came from.
Canada's version of Saturday Night Live, but was better if it ended. Then keep it going on. I recommend this one. I think I like the first one better just because the first one I hadn't seen anything like that before. And with the sequel, I had reservations how it was going to be, but it's worth it. I mean, there's a lot of things that work in it. The boyfriend part, with Jenna Ortega, that part's a great twist, and the missing dad part, part, I guess so wrong. I thought, oh, well, maybe he's not, maybe, he'll pop up. Well, he did, and that dude's played by the guy that played Aramis in the Three Musketeers series, the BBC one, which I love that series. I was like, that guy looks familiar. Who the hell's that guy? I looked it up. I recommend this. It's to me, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it's a good time killer. It's worth it.
Well, I want to add this, that Justin Theroux, he very easily would have fit into that first one. I mean, he has the look down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That character cracked me up at the beginning, especially when she's having her little breakdown.
Yeah.
And he's like, we have the same heart and all that crap. And it's like, wow, what a douche. And you got a little man bun, tiny man bun.
Oh, the actors in this one. The one other thing I liked was the special effects were good, but when they did the special effects for Beetlejuice, they used the same special effects from the movie. Like when he, you see him from the back of the head, and it's all the blah.
Yeah. And in the sock puppet sand sharks or whatever, sandworms.
Yes.
Okay. That's great.
Sandworms. That was cool.
What'd you say, Rich?
I said that was cool. I think it was like, again, I'm with you, Alan. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but I certainly didn't dislike it. And I think they played off of the first one, of course, and they used the same 1988 technology, claymation stuff that Tim Burton is famous for, and it worked.
Yeah.
It just worked. Part of the reason that it worked is that we expected it. We expected to see that stuff. And I thought to myself going in, I was like, I hope they don't do some CGI crap, which of course that's what it was. But they made the CGI look like claymation, which was great. It was fantastic.
No,
well, maybe this year we can do a Tim Burton night.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just watched on the 31st. I watched Sleepy Hollow. I love that flick. That's a great flick.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's a good one. On this Beetlejuice movie, I love the Soul Train part.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That was fun. I thought, man, I thought Don Cornelius was dead. Well, he is, but that was great.
And the really sad thing is, it was only people like us in the movie theater that got it.
Yeah.
None of the younger generation got it.
Yeah, that was perfect though. Now, like I said, that MacArthur Park song was so weird.
Yeah.
Didn't do the Donna Summer. They had the Donna Summer version at the end credits, but they had the Richard Harris. That was so weird that he did that too. Here's Richard Harris. From what? Wild Geese. Is it Wild Geese?
Wild Geese, and
singing MacArthur Park. Wow.
Well, I mean, it was still better than Shatner's doing the song he did.
Yeah. Or Nimoy, the legend of the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Snap, crackle, and pop, huh?
You,
So-
you do get my response, what my response was, right? Yeah. Okay.
Community standards, Scott. Community standards. So, do we have any more to add on these? On these two movies?
I don't think so. I think
No.
I'm good.
So, what will we rate these, Hadley?
I'm going to give both of them a solid 4.
All right. Fair enough. Rich?
I'm gonna base my original or my review on the original on what I loved before I watched it this time. I know that's a little bit odd to do, but I'm gonna give that a 4.5, and I'm gonna give the new one a 3.5. I like them both. I think that still totals 8 that Hadley just had as well. So, but a little different.
Scott?
Beetlejuice gets 4. Beetlejuice gets 4.5.
Wow.
He likes Monica.
Everybody likes
Lucci,
mine.
He likes Monica.
I'll tell you, it was the Jenny Ortega story that got me really hooked on that movie. But yes, the Monica Bellucci, that was 2 thumbs up.
I tell you, when you watch her movies with her, and look at her hands, man. Her hands are like that big,
Yeah.
huge.
Nobody's looking at her hands, Alan.
Nobody's looking at her hands.
I'll give Beetlejuice a 4.5 and Beetlejuice a 3. A 3 though, a good
Because
3.
he was looking at the hands.
Doc gave it a 4.2 and a 2.6.
Oh wow, Doc did not like the sequel, huh? Oh hey Doc,
Posted some
start thinking
awesome
of a movie.
photos.
Start thinking of a movie for December. Right?
What?
Doc needs to start thinking of a movie for December when she's on.
Oh, right.
Landa as well. She
Yeah.
needs to come up with one.
Yep. You pick one and we'll pick the other. That way we won't stress you out.
Y'all need to pick one that complements it.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
if you pick Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, we'll
On Golden Pond.
yeah, I'll go.
I could sit through that again, but I could not sit through the English Patient again.
Oh my god. I've never seen that movie.
I
Don't.
haven't seen.
Do
the
not
Patient.
watch it. It's like an hour and a half love story without any love and any story. And at the very end of the movie, as he's carrying her across the desert, she goes, "I love you." And I said to my wife at the time, I says, if he'd said that at the beginning of the effing movie, I'd be home watching Svengoolie now. And the guy behind me broke up.
I've never seen that movie. That made that one guy made his career, right? I can't think of his name. Oh,
Ray Fiennes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Made his career. Who is the gal in that?
Kristen Scott Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Hadley watches this movie a lot, you can tell.
No, I watched it, I think, once, and it was very moving.
Never seen it.
I've
So-
never.
It was the nurse that's what got me, the nurse's story.
Oh, the Indian nurse?
Was she Indian or she fall in love with the Indian?
Oh, you're right. You're right. She fell.
That's the story that it just broke my heart. It was
Yeah.
tough.
Scott was thinking of that, the Indian Nurses movie you watched the other night with Ash.
Yeah, we can't review that one.
Dirty Curry.
So what series are y'all watching right now?
I'm doing Tulsa King.
Yeah.
I'm also doing the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead thing. I'm trying to. It's difficult, but I'm up to like midway through season 12 on Supernatural. I got through 3 seasons of like a decade ago, and now I've just been crushing it. Just doing it to do it. I want to cross that off. But the second season of Arcane, I don't know if you guys saw the first season. It's an animated show. That comes out, I think, this weekend, and Silo comes out, I think, on the 15th. So I'm gonna watch Silo again, probably starting this weekend. So those are the 4 that I've been crushing right now.
The Shadows. I've been trying to go through Snowpiercer and got sidetracked. But what I'm really now focusing on is I just spent this week watching all of the I Spit on Your Grave movies. The sequels, the remakes.
All the what? All the what?
I Spit on Your Grave. Or the X-rated version, I Huck Tour on Your Grave. But
how about you, Hadley?
I am watching Lioness season 2, Tulsa King season 2. I rewatched all the first season of Tulsa King and watching season 2. And Daryl Dixon, and I think that's it.
Is Daryl Dixon any good?
I was able to stick with it. I wasn't able to. This is like the book of Carol, and I love Carol, so I'm in. But I lost interest in the first season of it.
It's the same show, but it's got some cool additives to it. There's different zombie variants now.
Ooh.
One of them is like the alien where you cut it and it bleeds acid, and another one is super fast. Some of them are harder to kill, so it's pretty good. They've got some strength to them, and the way. I mean, of course, you've got a group of bad guys that turns into another group of bad guys that turns into a third group of bad guys, and the real bad guy ends up being a good guy. It's that type of thing. You know, so it's got that same sort of crappy ending the original one did.
Movie-wise, I watched Apocalypse Z on Amazon Prime.
2 thumbs up.
And I watched Project Silence that we talked about last week.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
It's good.
It is horror, so.
I'm also waiting for the second season of City of the Dead, the one with Negan and Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am waiting for Yellowstone season 5 part 2.
I don't know. Are they going to make that?
It's supposed to be out like any time.
Really?
Yeah, they already made it. I don't know if they're going to make it season 6, but they're going to wrap up season 5. They're doing all the promotions now, so it's got to be coming out shortly.
Okay.
But they're doing the oil man or what was the one with Billy Bob?
Oh, Landman.
Yeah. That one looks like it's going to be pretty good, and it comes out this month too. I think like maybe next weekend.
Oh, wow. Yeah, soon. Yeah, you're right.
There's a movie, and I'm trying to find the name of it. It just wait a minute. Blood and Snow. We need to do that for one of our shows. That one was.
That's like the thing.
That's the one. It's got a very Thing feel to it, but it's not an alien that changes forms. It's a virus that takes you over.
Oh.
And it like occupies your mind and takes you over that way. But it really wasn't that bad. But I mean, when you watch it, you know, every like 10 minutes, oh yeah, that was in the thing. Oh, that was in the thing. But it's still a good movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Rich, what was the zombie movie that you said was on Netflix?
Me?
Rich.
Oh, Outside. It's called Outside.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Fast forward is definitely your friend on that one. 5 minutes in, that's got one of the best scenes I've ever seen in any zombie movie. So after that, fast forward it to when they're doing target practice, and after target practice, fast forward to the end, and you're good to go. Because the zombies are actually really cool. They talk, they run, but you can sort of fool them sometimes. It's actually, the idea of it was great. It was just all the parts in between the two scenes that I said it's about family angst. It's just not. It would have been okay for like 15 minutes and then get back to the zombie movie, but it's
Right.
not really a zombie movie. I mean, it is because there's clearly zombies, but it's. I guess you got to watch it to see, but you'll understand what I'm talking about after 15 minutes. You're like, okay, where's my zombies? And you just don't get them. So it's kind of made me sad. I mean, there's sporadic. You'll see one or two, but nobody's ever in danger.
It's called Outside.
Yeah, it's called Outside. There's a scene on a bridge that gets a little weird, but if you want to watch a really good zombie movie, you can watch that Apocalypse Z. That is really good. It was really well done, well acted. It's Spanish and it's both subtitled and dubbed. You can see it actually both at the same time, or one or the other. So it's great. And there's absolutely going to be a second one because people love this movie. It's getting really well done, and they left it on kind of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it's probably in the works now because it's doing well.
A movie I watched last week that I loved was Happy Death Day.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that? I love that one. That one reminded me so much of that. The other one we saw this about the time travel with the serial killer.
Yeah. Have you seen the sequel?
No, I have not. I have to find it.
Good. It actually is. This is one of the few movies where the sequel, especially a low budget movie like that, is just as good.
Good.
You're talking about Happy Death Day?
Yeah.
Is it called Happy Death Day too?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe so. But that's pretty good.
And then this weekend, if it's still playing, I'm taking my nephew to see Godzilla -1 because the re-release of it has 13 extra minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a monster goodness and not, just talking.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's like 13 minutes of Godzilla, but
yeah.
I think I'm the only person in the world that just didn't get that movie. Everybody loves Godzilla -1. Everybody. It's touted. It's huge. It's enormous. And I was bored. I just didn't like it. That one scene where he's chasing the boat, that was great. And the very beginning when he's not big and he's attacking that island, also pretty cool. But the rest of it was just kind of slow. Honestly, I like that series with Kurt Russell better.
Really?
yeah.
I know I'm in the minority there. I know everybody loves it. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again this weekend, and maybe it'll turn me around because everybody's talking about how great it was. Oh, now I got to go see it in black and white, blah, blah, like the original. I just don't get that. I don't get it. Why would you want to watch something in black and white if you can watch it in color? And it hasn't been colorized. It was filmed in color.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that. I'll never understand, needing to watch the authenticity of that. But that said, I'm having a hard time coping with the fact that I didn't like it like everybody else does. Because I know it could be a really good movie. Maybe I was just in a bad state of mind. So I'm going to watch that again this weekend, and I will get back to you.
Yeah, sometimes that does affect your watching.
Yeah, it does.
Your state of mind. Because I forgot what movie it was. I was just in a bad mood, and I was at the movies watching it. And I was like, man, this movie sucks. And then when I watched it years later, I was like, I like this thing. Why did I hate it? And then I remembered I was having a bad took it with, So, but you go to the movies to escape from that crap. But sometimes you can't,
Did you see Godzilla -1 in the theater or?
No, I watched it at home.
See, that might be it. My nephew and I went to the theater, and it was just when he's on the screen and he's doing the original Godzilla roar, and it's on the speakers. It was like, oh.
Some movies I think you have to see on the big screen to really like.
Yeah, certain ones I'll spend the money and go to the theater, but
anything with dinosaurs or
yes.
Well, they have those theaters where it's like in, your seat moves and all that crap. I forgot what they call
I
it.
was just in one.
Were
Yeah.
you? What'd you see?
It's called Lux.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you?
I saw the new Venom movie.
How was
the kids were having a Halloween party, and I was like, I don't need to be here for that. So I took off and I went and I caught a flick. I went by myself, and I sat in a Lux. Actually, I sat in one, and it was great.
Oh,
It was fantastic. Got all these lights and stuff on all over. It was great with the surround sound and the big giant speakers. 8-foot tall speakers. Excuse me. And the Venom movie, it was good. I liked it. It's I liked all three of them. The Venom movies, they were great. They're not the best Marvel movies, but it was really well done. And this one's no exception. This one actually has a little bit of a sad component to it. I won't wreck it for anybody, but I would recommend it. Definitely watch it. I don't know if it's Idris Elba doing the voice for Venom. I don't know. Whoever does the voice for Venom's great, and the attitude it's great, and the way they did the film was really well done. So I would recommend watching it if you can. And that's the film I saw in Lux, and it was. The thing is, it's like $20.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'll splurge. I have it. The last one I saw in the Lux was the first Avatar.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I'll give it a go. And it was worth it. It was great.
Yes.
Well, someone told me they went and saw it at one of those Lux Godzilla -1 in Lux theaters, and there's like just all kinds of sensory crap going on. It was awesome for them. So I mean, we don't have one here, and you think Reno would have one, but nope, we don't have one of those yet. We got IMAX, which IMAX they don't have the reclining, they don't have the comfortable seats in IMAX here.
No.
You gotta come here.
Yeah.
You gotta come here, and I will take you to the Mugar Omni Theater, and we'll watch a movie. It's actually in the Boston Museum of Science.
Awesome.
And that does have the seats go almost vertical. It's fantastic.
Wow.
It's great, and that screen just wraps around you, and it's like 80 feet tall. Wow, it's phenomenal to watch a movie there. The problem with it, it's like $45 to get in there. That's the thing. But
And they show regular movies.
Yeah, but few and far between. Most of the stuff they show is like fantastic fungi and stuff like that, which was great if you haven't seen it. Fantastic. But it's sort of a sciencey thing. But
Right.
I saw Star Wars there. Unbelievable. It was like nothing you'd ever seen. And it was like 10 years ago. It wasn't back in the the 80s. It was relatively recent. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, that's
but it's very expensive.
Oh yeah, they got the Spear here in Vegas, where it's like a surround.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be amazing, but the tickets to see things in those are more than $45. They're like,
right.
It's crazy.
That's a concert venue too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't they do concerts in there?
It'll be like they had like U2 there and the Eagles. They had Eagles there, and it's like it's crazy, but the tickets are just outrageous.
Craig says Reno is for hillbillies.
It is. It's the hillbilly of Vegas. They call it. It's the biggest little town. So
Been to Vegas, never been to Reno.
It's okay. We have the bowling museum.
You have the what?
Do you live out there?
We have the bowling museum.
Oh, I've never been. I've been to Nevada, but I've never been to Vegas or Reno.
Well, make a trip.
Actually, no, I don't think I ever did go to Nevada. I've been to Utah and I've been to Arizona and New Mexico. But
Well, don't pronounce Nevada the way you are right now, because they'll know that you are not from Nevada. They are the weirdest. It's not Nevada. It's Nevada.
Oh,
So
man. I've always said Nevada.
Yeah. See, I can't. I gotta make sure I don't screw up when I'm talking to a local. Like, where are you from? California. Don't hate me though.
it's like when real Massachusetts people when they talk about Medford, Revere. Hi, Louisiana High Ride.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Craig. Neil does actually do that. So that's what the $45 is. The $45 was that was a long time ago. It's probably $800 now.
You have to make eye contact.
No, I don't
Right.
look Neil in the eye. Forget that.
I would pay $45 for him not to come out and do that.
Yeah, that's me too. Not his biggest fan.
And the boss is quiet. Allie, are you there?
I'm here. Sorry.
Do you have any words? Any words?
No words.
No
You
words.
have no words. How come you have no words? What's up?
Well, I'm reading our comments. Reno is for hillbillies. Does Neil deGrasse Tyson come and give you a hand in the recliner during the movie? Amanda got married in Vegas. Got Louisiana High Ride saying hey.
Did you
And
see
then,
what Landa said?
do what?
Did you see what Landa said?
Yeah.
We get a hold of you. She said you were looking for $45.
I like Craig's comment.
Yeah, right. You're ruining it, dude. It'd be like that line from Animal House. Is it always this soft?
Oh, yeah. There's another movie they could. That and Porky's.
Oh, Porky's, yeah. You could not make that today. No.
Oh, those are two films that we could
Yeah.
fold into that. Plus,
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Oh,
Let me
yeah.
write that down because I'm not going to forget. It'll be gone out of this in 5
Should
minutes.
make some suggestions. We've got Blazing Saddles from them, and what else?
Porky's.
Porky's, Animal House. I think we did Animal House, didn't we?
We
Yeah.
did Animal House.
Yeah. Craig suggested Dead Alive from Peter Jackson.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I was thinking would be fun is if we could get David Simpson to be a guest host and do the Cannonball Run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That would be a good idea.
Wouldn't that be fun to get him to talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk to him.
We can even talk about the, what's his name? The guy that hung himself. David Carradine. Cannonball Run movie. Or Cannonball. He made a movie called Cannonball.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
suppose he did hang himself, but
Yeah.
Well,
more to it than that.
he was.
He was part.
Hanging took place.
Yes. He was hung.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him being
That's
in
what he said.
the waiting room there in Beetlejuice? Oh. Thank you, David, for all the entertainment. We mean this in fun.
Hey, that grasshopper.
Yes.
Yes.
That was all right.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right, Greg. That's another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a-
I think Tropic Thunder would be one that would be an if.
Oh, we did.
Oh my God.
We did
Yes.
it.
We did Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but that's a
We were doing Robert Downey, but that was a funny one.
dude playing the dude.
That's another movie we haven't done. The
Big
Big
Lebowski.
I've
What's
never
that
seen that, believe it or not.
Which one, Hadley?
We haven't done the Big Lebowski.
I've never seen that one, and I love the Coen brothers.
I've
Two
never
of you
seen
have never seen it? Damn.
I haven't either,
Definitely worth it. A bit dated now, but for sure worth it. I would do that in a second. That's a great flick.
So
No,
what are we doing next week?
I don't think we know.
no, we
I
haven't.
don't know what I'm doing this week.
Well, let's do the Big Lebowski and find a movie that matches it.
How about that? The Kingpin. How about the Big Lebowski and Kingpin?
Ah.
Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Is that
All we
the
got
one-
is bowls.
Is that the one where he's the bowler?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He loses his hand. Yeah, there's. Yep, yeah. Let's do that one. The
Okay.
Big Lebowski. And,
Oh, wait a minute, though. Next week is Veterans Day. Aren't we going to do war movies?
oh,
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, we should do one.
Yeah, we need to pick.
We can do those two the week after. That'll be right before Thanksgiving.
Well, just make it easy on
the week after. I think I'm off though.
Okay, well let's
First is how many weeks away? That's when
wait to do those till you're back. Then
Well,
you want to wait?
yeah. Next week we can do Veterans Day movies, then Land this week, and then the turkeys.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And we'll just fold Lebowski and Kingpin into December.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it that first week of December, and then Doc's on the second week.
Somebody write it down, or we'll forget it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Hadley's job. She's the boss. Have we
or
decided?
or the mom or the secretary.
The mom is better. An unwed mother of 3.
I'll remind you guys.
All we got to do now is figure out which war movies we're going to do.
Yeah, because we've done a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a lot out there. So
there is.
Ooh, so
Didn't we do Hacksaw Ridge already?
Yeah, we did.
I thought so.
Did we do Heartbreak Ridge?
No.
Is that the one with Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good flick.
Yeah.
How about Hamburger Hill and Heartbreak Ridge?
Okay.
no.
No.
No. Why? Do
Aren't
you
there
have one you want to do?
World War II movies?
We need World War II movies.
World. Okay.
Well, because I mean, we're just kind of wrapping up this in Pearl Harbor all the same. So.
Oh, okay.
How about the new Midway movie? Scott will have a lot to say about that one.
The new Midway?
New Midway movie? The one they did a few years back?
That wasn't. I mean, that had a lot of crap to it, but there was some good actors in it.
Oh, yeah.
Job.
There's good actors in that. Yeah.
I thought it was
It was. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but it could have been a lot worse.
Do you know what movie I want to do though? And it's not a World War II movie, but we haven't done it yet. Is
What?
Apocalypse Now?
Oh,
Vietnam.
yeah.
So do we want to do? It
Let's
just seems like we usually do like Vietnam around May or July.
well. How about Ashel says the big red one? That's a good one.
Ain't bad.
Yeah, good one to do. How about Sahara with Bogart? Oh,
Have we done the Great
Go
Escape?
way back.
yeah.
No, we have not done the Great Escape, and I would do that in a second.
Great Escape.
Somebody recently asked me who Steve. I can't think of his name right now.
Steve McQueen.
They asked me who Steve McQueen was. I was like, he is the man of all men. So they looked him up and they were like, why don't I know who this man is?
That's crazy.
So you want to see a man's man? That's Steve McQueen.
I guess he was difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
I
said
don't know that I believe that. I met one of his bodyguards. He worked with Steve McQueen, and he was here when they were filming A Time to Kill, and he had nothing but nice things to say about him.
nice.
Well, that's good. When like during the Towering Inferno, him and who's the popcorn guy? The guy that made popcorn?
Orville Redenbacher?
No. He made salad dressing. Paul Newman.
Yeah, Paul Newman.
Yeah, he had to have the same amount of lines as Paul Newman did. In it. Yeah.
There's
Crazy.
one we ought to do some night. Disaster movies.
Oh yeah. Towering Inferno. Oh, I love that movie.
I love that. That's still one of my favorites.
We did do disaster movies, but we didn't do those. We did newer stuff. But yeah, no, we can for sure do those. We'll absolutely do disaster. The Poseidon Adventure.
Oh my God, that's
Right.
great.
They were doing a new
Earthquake.
there's a preview for it. What was it?
Oh no.
No, gosh, I can't think of the Nautilus.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yes, they're redoing that.
Really?
Really? Huh.
That's cool. I think. That's Kirk Douglas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, James Mason as yeah. I love that movie. Kid.
Yeah.
Doctor
Man, movies I haven't seen in a while.
or Squid, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we could do the how about we could do the Great Escape and like the big red one or something like that.
Have we done the Thin Red Line?
No, we have not.
I don't think so.
That movie.
Doc, this is what I got for my Christmas.
Nice.
It's the Nakatomi Tower advent calendar, and every day, Alan Rickman goes one floor down.
Is that Hans Gruber up there?
That's Hans Gruber. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool, Scott.
Yeah.
We've gone 8 minutes over.
Yes, we have.
All right.
Oh, Doc said she has a movie. Doc,
What do you got?
What? Hurry, Doc.
I think Doc means she might have one of those.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, Doc.
What was the one where they made the glider?
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Is that the British one?
Dennis Quaid. Oh my God! You talking about the Dennis Quaid one or the one before that?
Movie. That was a really good movie.
Oh.
It
Oh my
wasn't the Hero, was it? It was something else.
Well, I just watched last night one of my favorite war movies, The Eagle Has Landed.
Great flick.
You know, that's one thing I really miss about the 70s is when they made those war movies with all-star casts.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one big actor and then a bunch of secondaries. I mean, my God, that had Sutherland, that had Kane, that had Duvall, Pleasance.
Is that Escape Colditz? Is that the one with the glider or no?
Oh, I've never seen that.
What did you say?
Is it Escape Colditz or something like that? The one that glider one?
No. Hold on. It's a remake.
Oh, you're not thinking of Flight of the Phoenix.
Yes.
Oh, that's one. That's where they crash in the desert.
Yeah, but that's not a war movie.
No. That it's.
Yeah.
Doc said they make the glider.
Oh, Ash, Kelly's is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, we did Kelly's.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Are y'all still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got quiet all of a sudden. Amazon Prime announces Nautilus, Captain Nemo live action series.
Did they say who's in it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, depending who's in it, it might be worth watching.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be worth watching just because, but
Yeah, you know, it's not always great because Time Bandits, one of the best movies ever made, and they did that freaking TV show, the Time Bandits show. Awful.
am I the only one of us who didn't watch that? I think I watched one episode and I
It
just
sucked.
you know?
You didn't miss anything. It was awful.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. There's a new CIA series coming out. I think in December.
A new one? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
South Pacific. It's South Pacific.
It's going to be a series. I want to say maybe it'll be on Paramount.
Huh.
How about Mutiny?
I can't remember the name, but I saw it and I thought I need to tell Scott.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Then I can rip it apart because it's so out of touch.
Well, how about
We're still going. It's 9 minutes late.
I know.
okay? So how about the Great Escape, and then let's get away from escape movies. Let's get a war movie. How about that?
I thought The Great Escape was a war movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, but he doesn't mean prison war movie. I would throw in my favorite war movie as a suggestion, Where Eagles Dare.
We did it.
Oh
We
yeah.
did?
What
Yeah.
about that movie with Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell?
Oh, somebody's war.
Hearts War.
Or
Hearts
Have you
War,
done
yeah.
that?
Hearts War. That's a good flick.
yeah.
I like it. Looking it up now. What year was it made? It's not Hajart's War. It's Hearts War.
Hearts War. Yeah. Hearts War.
Oh,
Or we could do something crazy and go and find something totally from another country.
2002. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi.
Well, if we're going to do a war movie from another country, we could. It's a long one, but we could always do Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Yeah, that's a good flick, actually.
Yeah.
And you can get it in English.
That's the one I want to see again.
What about The Great Escape and Das Boot? Unless you have something specifically in mind, Hadley.
No, I thought we were trying to do Das Boot, but we couldn't find it or something. But that's fine. Down.
Hang on. What year did Das Boot come out?
Mid 80s, but I don't remember when. 86 or 88.
1981.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay, then. We got some stuff to watch.
Okay. So Das Boot and Great Escape for next week.
I love this plan.
Okay. All right. So, folks, tune in to Das Boot and The Great Escape. We'll have some to talk about next week.
What the hell is happening?
Das Booty.
Das Boot.
Trying
Yeah.
to do too much.
Yeah, let's make sure we watch the right one. I mean, both. No. I'm not going to go there about long things filled with semen.
Well, you better get more stock, Scott, if you're
All
going
right,
to.
guys, I've got to go.
I know, we all.
All right.
Thanks for
I
staying
need
over.
some shut-eye.
Thanks for staying over and letting us ramble, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks
Stay
for
weird.
sticking
See you next week.
And you know what they say. Stay weird.
That's
Stay
going to
weird.
do it for
Amanda.
this week's show. For notifications each time the Weird Realities Network goes live, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You can expect fresh weirdness 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. But before we depart, let me give a special shout out to our incredible patrons, Mike Lewis, Landis Saldana, and Alan Lassiter. We couldn't keep the lights on here at Weird without you. And a very special thanks to our partners that keep Weird Reality spinning. It's you guys who make our weird world go round. And if you're interested in supporting our endeavors, consider joining the Cabal of Weird over at Patreon. And keeping you entertained and bringing you new content is our goal with every cent that you donate. And if you are interested in partnering or sponsoring, be sure to send us an email at weirdrealities@gmail.com. We are always interested in making new friends and creating a new tapestry of strangeness with you. So, until next week, kids, stay weird, you beautiful weirdos.